Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream. Happy Friday, people. We're back as Arsenal get back to business this weekend, people, against Everton. Sean Dyche and Everton. A game on paper that I think we all expect to win quite comfortably. But definitely a tricky game, I would imagine, with the way they play and, you know, the direct nature of their play will be difficult on the low block. Big up to everyone locked in. Hey, by the way, you're running wild in the comments. You've started with the jokes. I'm not even here yet. I don't know what's going on. I'm telling you, you're out of control, you lot. But anyway, big up your damn selves on this Friday. It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. Weekend business is back, people. Big up the community finding being able to catch a live, said Zach. Big up Oz, big up Curtis and the community. It's been a while. There's a few comments there I won't be clicking as you're going crazy. Elk said, so glad the intro is back. Happy Friday. Big C and the community. Big up LSU said intro. Late Shore settings. Was we late? Yeah, 2 or 3 minutes to be fair. Hold my hands up on that one. It's Friday the 13th. Don't worry about it, man. Just keep it moving. Don't get too caught up in them things there. Spursy, the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, it's just who we are, mate. It's just who we are. They drew to Rangers last night. Another game where they stunk. Timo Werner, stinker and hooked. Beautiful settings. Frankfurt Gooner was going for me in the comments saying, Marmoush, he's not available. He's going nowhere. They're fake transfer rumours. Listen, bro. He's being linked. They're saying 50 million he can go. Pay the money. You know clubs like Frankfurt, man. No disrespect. I know they're a reasonably big club in Germany. You drop the dough, man. Them players are leaving all day long. You know that, bro. He's only had one big season in his career. You think if you drop 50 million on the table, Frankfurt are going to say no? Come on, man. They're taking the dough. But yeah, big up Frankfurt Gooner. He was going for me in the comments. It's a fake transfer rumour. I'm just reporting the news, bro. Remember, as I said, Ornstein said there's no money to buy Pepe. A week later, we bought him for 72 million. If the news is there, I will report it. I will then give you my opinion. You know, just go easy on me, my friend. Go easy. Free Timo Werner. For those who don't know, when we were on tour 2 years ago in America, we spent about 45 minutes arguing about whether Arsenal should sign Rashford or Timo Werner. Turkish wanted Timo Werner, and me and Cecil wanted Rashford. So it's still a running joke, and to be honest, both of them players have got way worse over the years. Although, to be honest, Timo Werner was always pretty bad, but Rashford, you know, he was doing that at the time. So I was like, yo, I'll bring him to the carpet. Now he ain't pointing at anything. He's probably at the basketball game pointing at, you know, Brunson for the New York Knicks when he's over there, Louis dripped out and all that. But yeah, man, it's Friday. Nothing going to get me down. Son's coming home from university. Holiday settings. Christmas is around the corner, people. Home Alone 2 on the TV. The food, the drink, the music, the family. You know what I mean? It's that time of year, people. You know what I'm saying? And football galore as well if you're a Premier League fan. I love this time of the year. Apart from the weather, it's too cold. I'll be real. I'm a summer baby. I'm not built for the cold weather. Hopefully, you know, we get to about 1 million subs and I can build the holiday home and then I'll go over there for the winter. Anyway, let me get into the show. Even now, Rashford over Timo. Yeah. But you wouldn't really want any of them. Big up to everyone locked in. Hope you're well on this Friday. Arteta's been talking. Press conference reaction. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. As I want you guys to stay awake. But I'm going to go into the headline of what he said before we break down what he said. It's time for Christmas movies like Die Hard. You know, they always argue about whether that is a Christmas movie or not. I'm prepared to watch it. You know, I don't mind it, but I'm more going for like Bad Santa or Elf or Home Alone 2. But yeah, it's a classic. You know what I mean? Bruce Willis settings. Mandy said I was a receptionist in Iron Apple. We had to chuck a group of footballers out as they did number twos in some. Oh my God. Hey, listen, man. Hey, I'm not involved in any of that madness. Let me tell you. Friday After Next, bro, by the way, I just have to say, potentially one of my favourite movies of all time. Like, I'm putting it out there. Polar Express is a good one as well, South London's finest, I can't lie. Big C had aura in the AFTV video. Listen, you know what I mean? We got to deliver something. Ben said, getting grey hair waiting for Arsenal to lift a trophy. Oh, let me tell you. Hey, listen, we've won many trophies, bro. Emirates Cup, Community Shield, Florida Cup. You know, we've won many trophies. Not very recognised, but we have won trophies. Anyway. Let me get into the show. Let me get into the headlines of what he said in the press conference before we break it down. But you might be asleep going through that press conference, you know. Arteta says Gabriel Magalhaes has trained with the team and he could be available versus Everton. He took part in full training today for the first time and should be available for tomorrow. Now, what does that look like? Does that mean he starts? Does that mean he goes on the bench? What do? We got a Carabao Cup game in the week against Palace. Do you save him and play him in that game? Or do you throw him straight back in tomorrow? What do you guys think? How do you make it? Because I don't want to sound disrespectful here. Because it's Everton, do you not rush him back in the hope that we can win that game with Kivior and Saliba? Or is it a case of get him back in, we need him? Like, how do you guys make it? Really, you don't want to play him in the Carabao Cup. So my thought process is probably play him tomorrow, put Kivior in on Wednesday against Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. That's what I'm thinking. If he's fit enough to train, he's fit enough to play. Throw him straight back in FPL settings. Well, I get that. You need the points and you'd hope a clean sheet. Listen, I'm looking at it like this, people. I'm going to be honest. Everton's biggest strength, even though we're looking at Everton and thinking, they're not that good. Everton are very good in the air. Calvert-Lewin is very good in the air. Tarkowski from set pieces. Decore. They've got big guys. My thought process is Gabriel, from what I've seen, is a lot better in the air than Kivior. Although Kivior is quite tall as well. I suppose the answer is if he's not fully fit, don't risk him. If we feel he's fully fit, then I think he has to play. That's what I would do. If you feel... In fact, you know what? A lot of players don't play at 100%. Even if you're like 95% fit, I'm playing him. Even if you take him off later in the game. Everton's biggest strength is their aerial ability. They're very good at set pieces and crosses. And he's better than Kivior in the air for me. So if you can get into a comfortable position where you think, game's done, you get him off, save him last 20 minutes. But if he's close to 100%, I'm playing him. If you feel he's at 80%, somewhere around there, then Kivior's got to play. I'm still not convinced by Kivior. He's had a couple of good games, but yeah, nightmares of Ashley Williams. You know what Everton are about over the years, man. They're direct. They'll make life difficult for us. They've got big guys in their team, like I said. Tarkowski, Branthwaite, Decore, Calvert-Lewin. Good aerial presence. Got people like McNeil, who's got a good delivery. Ashley Young. So we got to be careful. We can't be... You're right. We can't drop points. It would be a disaster if you rested him and somehow it didn't work out. But if he's not close to 100%, don't risk him. The thing is then, what do? Do you then play him against Palace midweek? And then we've got Palace at the weekend. The ideal situation, it would be good if he could play, come off after 60, 70 minutes, don't play him against Palace in the Carabao Cup. Then he gets a 7-day break until we play Palace next weekend in the league. So what we can't do, because listen, I reckon a lot of you have got a similar feeling to what I've got. I'm looking at Everton as this should be smoke. We should be dealing with Everton. I'm looking like, on the preview, I said I think we'll beat them 3-0. But we can't take anything for granted. Literally one bad result in this run and I think we're finished. So we can't take any chances. But as I said, it depends how fit he is. We can't afford to drop any points. He can rest in the League Cup. Arteta is the master of double talk, says Clone. Yeah, big future in politics, I think, for him. Calvert-Lewin or Nketiah. Bro, every single day of the week, Calvert-Lewin. Nketiah hasn't scored 1 goal in the league for Crystal Palace. I tell you something, Palace last year were one of the form teams going into the end of the season. Mateta was on fire. Eze was balling out. Wharton was being linked with Manchester City. Eddie Nketiah turns up. All of a sudden, they're in a relegation battle. Coincidence? I'm just saying. Thank you very much. What did I say the day Palace signed Eddie Nketiah on this stream? I said, it's your problem now. You're going to find out the hard way. And they're finding out. No goals, 35 million. Damn. Yo, I'm telling you. Yo, Unknown C, you're right, They said your defense is in trouble when Eddie's in the room. You're right. The remix. Your attack is in trouble when Eddie's in the room because he ain't going to do a damn thing. Let me tell you. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing a damn thing. Don said Nketiah or... He said the A word. A for Almunia. I would play Eddie Nketiah because he's never cost us a Champions League final. So that tells you a lot about my feelings about Almunia. And I might edit the fact I just said his name out loud afterwards. Palace are going to find out the hard way. Palace and Forest have been stung by us. I mean, did Palace not learn when they took Rob Holding offers that we might not be the team to sign squad players off? They signed Rob Holding offers. Rob Holding was so bad, he's playing for the under-23s, even though he's nearly 30 years of age. They then came back and bought Eddie for 35 million. And the Donny hasn't scored 1 goal in the league, and it's the middle of December. And currently, they've got Matt Turner on loan from Forest. I mean, yo, I'm telling you, Palace... You're the unspoken hero in my eyes. Honestly, I hope Palace do well this season, apart from when they play us. Because the fact that they've signed Rob Holding and Eddie Nketiah, and they've got Matt Turner on the bench, damn. It's crazy, isn't it? Because Top Gooners defended these guys for years. They used to say, oh, Curtis, what do you think of Rob Holding? I said, get rid of him, not good enough. Yeah, but he's a good squad player, he trains well. Don't care, not interested, bin him. Goes to Palace, man's playing under 23 football with teenagers. Oh, Eddie's a good squad player. He's got a decent cup record in the Carabao Cup. Yeah, not interested, not good enough. Don't give him 100 grand. Don't give him Henry's number. Bin him. No goals in 12 games. Yeah, good luck, mate. Enjoy that relegation battle. El Neni and them, man, they get rid. Bin them. Not good enough. Relax, Curtis, you're moving like Zinchenko. I'm definitely not, mate. I've got no autobiography out. I'm not asking you to sign it and buy it. It's the Aura Big C. It's the Eddie Aura. He terrifies every defence. He does. He probably does. They're terrified to play against him because he's so clumsy. Let me not speak about him. He's their problem. He's their problem. Listen, great news. Gabriel is back. Calafiori. 40 million. Where is he? What's going on? You're just telling us he's not ready, but I need to know what the injury is, bro. I need details. These things bother me right now. When you've spent 40 million and the guy has hardly played, I start to get concerned, people. I'm sorry. It's the PTSD of being an Arsenal fan. 40 million. I hope we haven't bought an injury-prone player here. 8 games. He's been injured twice since he's been at Arsenal. I'm just looking at Calafiori's injury record prior to him joining Arsenal because I'm a little bit concerned already. It might just be bad luck. He's joined us, had a couple knocks, but I mean, there's a few injuries. There's a few injuries throughout his career. Last season, to be fair, he was only out for 3 days. He was only out for 3 days last season. And I can tell you now, he's been out for a grand total of 54 days for Arsenal. Yeah, he was only out for 3 days last season. That's what happens when you train on a car park, people. Calafiori, Tomiyasu, these guys come to Arsenal. All of a sudden, you're in that Asda car park trying to play football. Your knees mash up. Your ankles mash up. Your calf, your hamstring, everything mash up. But anyway, I just want to say, before we go into the press conference, a bit of transfer news and stuff like that. Very nice touch from Arsenal. They've put this banner up outside the Emirates for tomorrow. I saw it yesterday, actually. Kevin Campbell. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. You know, like, I got to the stadium when we were doing the preview, and I saw that up, and you're like, it's like you forget that he's not here. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's like I expect him to be in the comments. He's one of our own, Kevin Campbell, 1970 to 2024. Obviously, played for Arsenal, played for Everton. The two clubs meet this weekend. I always knew that Arsenal loved him because he was involved in the double winning season, and obviously won the European trophy, the Cup Winners' Cup. He had him and Wrighty and the leather jackets. But at Everton, I'm telling you, they love him up there. Like, they mobbed him outside the stadium when he was up there. I used to say to Kev, I said, Kev, two things. Number one, you ruined Andy Cole's career at Arsenal. Because Andy Cole couldn't get in the Arsenal team because of Kev. So he ended up obviously going to Newcastle, then going to Man United. And I say, you caused Wayne Rooney to have his career and score that banger against Arsenal. Because if you ever watch that goal back, Kev makes a run and pulls Sol Campbell away. And then Rooney whips it top bins past David Seaman. So I used to say, Kev, it's your fault Wayne Rooney scored that goal. If you'd have stood there, he wouldn't have shot you, was in his way. It's like, Curtis. I said, oh, man. Kev, I believe they're going to acknowledge him in the programme again tomorrow as well. I love the fact that he's getting the acknowledgement that he deserves from the club. There's a painting of him outside the ground. He's got this picture. It's just, you wish it wasn't under these circumstances. So, yeah, man, Kev getting acknowledged. And I think there's going to be some stuff going on at the ground tomorrow for anyone who's going. So, Kev, man, it's the players, Curtis. It's the players. And you know what, Kev? It's the players that we need. We need new ones. And I'm going to talk about Marmoush. Even though Frankfurt Gunnar was coming for me, man, he's not leaving. He said he lives in Frankfurt. There's no way he's leaving in January, but I am going to talk about it. So Frankfurt Gunnar, you might want to cover your ears for this bit. I don't want you to get angry with me. But Marmoush is the name that people are talking about. Omar Marmoush has 27 goal contributions for club and country this season. The Frankfurt star has been linked with a move to the likes of Man United, Liverpool and Arsenal in recent weeks. The full story says, actually, TNT Sport reported, Liverpool have apparently approached Frankfurt to find out the circumstances of Marmoush leaving this winter. It is believed Frankfurt, although they don't want to sell the player, would be willing to accept an offer of around 50 to 60 million euros, which is around 40 to 45 million pounds. Marmoush is one of Europe's hottest strikers this summer, and it is believed he would be keen on joining Liverpool. So maybe we can't get him, but I'm just looking at it from a couple of angles here. Right, and I want to know your guys' thoughts. And I said this the other day, by the way. I'm not an expert on Marmoush. I'm not going to come in this chat and patronise everyone and say, oh, I've watched Frankfurt 20 times this season. No, I haven't. I think I've watched him play live once in terms of like a full game, and I've done what everyone else has done. YouTube, look at the goals, bosh. 13 goals in 13 games in the league, 7 assists as well, 4 goals in 6 games in the Europa League. Quick, yeah, you're right. Kolo Muani banged goals at Frankfurt, cost about 70 million, and you know my thoughts on him. How good is he? Anybody who watches him more, how good do you think he is? I think the link to Liverpool is the fact that he plays for Egypt. Salah's the man for Egypt. He's going to have a word. You've got to look at it like this, though. Can Liverpool really buy another striker in January when they've got Jota and Darwin Núñez, and Gakpo can play up front as well? I don't think the American owners at Liverpool, who, if you look into their history, they're probably harder than the Kroenkes to get money out of. I'm just not sure if they're going to go and buy another striker when they've got 2 on their books who are on a lot of wages as well. So I mean, Melbourne said he's lethal. Nunes is off in the summer. Maybe. Junior said I would take Omar Marmoush. Jovic banged. Mawani banged. Marmoush banging. Stay away. Stat padding. He's going Liverpool Egyptian star replacing Salah. It's so obvious. I think he would probably want to go there and have Salah in the team with him. Liverpool do move in January. You're right. And the thing is, actually, I was just thinking, the year Mane was going to leave at the end of the season, Liverpool bought Luis Diaz in January for the end of the season because they felt they could get him there. And also Tottenham made a move for him. So, yeah, you're right. Liverpool might accelerate and go, do you know what? This is the summer replacement, but they might go, let's get him in January. Which would be interesting. I'm not sure. Arsenal taking dry January a bit too literally. Oh, bro. I mean, January for everyone else is the transfer window. For Arsenal, it's just January. It's just January. Like, I don't know. I think, listen, a lot of people in the comments before I started the show were saying one-hit wonder, stay away from him. One-season wonder, sorry. It's very difficult. When you look over the years and you look at leagues like the German league, the Dutch league, the Portuguese league, there are incidents where players have had one good season and it hasn't really happened. You look at Timo Werner, I think he scored nearly 30 goals at Leipzig in a season. 90-odd pace, everyone thought this guy looks like a machine. Comes to England, he's been pretty awful at Chelsea and Tottenham. There's a balance. You've had players like Kevin De Bruyne, you've had players like Son, you've had players like Gundogan, Aubameyang. These guys have come from Germany and been huge successors in the Premier League, although not necessarily one-season wonders. They've probably done it for longer than that. On the flip side, yeah, you're looking at, like you just said there, Franklin, you look at Kezman, you look at João Felix, hasn't really had the career you expected, say, cost 100 million. Renato Sanchez, it's difficult to know whether these guys are one-season wonders or not. And the problem you've got now with clubs is after they have one big year, they think if we leave them to have another big year, they're going to end up costing 80 million. So we get them now. Like I said before, I thought Man United bought Højlund too early. I actually think Højlund's a decent player. But if you let a player have 2 or 3 big years, all of a sudden 5 or 6 clubs want him, you pay 80, 90 million for him. So clubs are going, you know what, he's had one good year, get him now. You might get him for 40, 50 million, and you might save yourself 30 or 40 million. I don't know enough about Marmoush to sit here and say whether we should or shouldn't sign him. He looks good on YouTube, scores good goals. And you know what? Like Tony said, unsubscribing from TV. Listen, I always say, don't get mad at people when they report transfer rumours. As content creators, we have to make content. The January transfer window is all full of transfers. What is frustrating is when people are sensationalizing it. So I hope you understand if you ever see me talking about transfers. It might be the headline, but I'll give you the breakdown in the video of what I think. I'm not going to sit here and go, Marmoush to Arsenal is close. You're not going to hear that from me. You'll get my general opinion, sir. I get it. I get frustrated with it as well. But it is what it is. The newspapers, the press, they know that Arsenal fans are very active. They know that fans love transfers. Hezo says, Marmoush is a very good player. I'm living in Germany. I watch the Bundesliga. He is a baller. I want him for Arsenal. If he is available for a good price, for me, 50 million. I appreciate that insight. Anybody that watches Bundesliga and watches him a bit more, it'd be great if you could give us some insight. Sesko, Guirassy, Dovbyk, all you fans naming them, they are bums. I mean, Guirassy, 6 goals in 10 for Dortmund, 6 in 6 in the Champions League. I don't know. I think he's continued. He scored 28 goals last year in 28 games. Dortmund took him. 12 goals in 16 games and 3 assists. I don't think you can put him in that category, to be honest. Sesko, I don't rate. Dovbyk, I'm not sure with Dovbyk. How's he actually getting on this season? He went to Roma, didn't he? 4 league goals, 2 in Europa League. Yeah, slow start, really. Shamak looked a beast on YouTube. He did. YouTube can be very deceiving when it comes to highlights. You know, we only see the good bits. They don't show you the missed chances. Elk said, true, that's why we respect the work you do. You tell it as you see it, no overhyping the articles. And I get it can be frustrating. I get it all the time when I put a transfer rumour. Oh, it's clickbait, blah, blah, blah. I say, bro, there's a genuine source reporting it, and I'll give you the breakdown of it. But we're going to discuss it. It's the reality. Arsenal will never sign anybody in January. I mean, we looked at it the other day. The highest transfer that Arteta's had in a January window is 27 million for Leandro Trossard. So for me to sit here with anything more than hope, I don't expect to... You know, I don't expect Arsenal to do big business in this January window. I hope they do. Do I believe they will? There's no evidence to suggest it. So, at this point, he's better than what we have, Big C. But you know the problem, and this is the concern. Havertz on a long-term contract. The manager loves him. There's a possibility Jesus goes in the summer for me. So, the striker that Arsenal buy will be the striker that we have for the next few years. It's not like we can buy Marmoush in January and then we'll go and get Gyökeres in the summer. I don't think that's going to happen. Arsenal will probably only buy one striker in the next 2 windows, and that will be this striker, and Havertz will be the 2. I think Jesus will get moved on. So we can't get it wrong. We can't get it wrong. When Arsenal got rid of Van Persie, we got it wrong over and over again because we tried to cut corners. We should have bought Higuain from Real Madrid. We should have bought Luis Suarez from Liverpool. And we didn't do it. So we ended up going Danny Welbeck, Olivier Giroud, Lucas Podolski, Lucas Perez. Striker after striker after striker. And some of them strikers were all right, but none of them were anywhere near Van Persie's level. And eventually, even Lacazette was okay. And then we got Aubameyang. So really, it took probably 5 or 6 strikers to replace Van Persie with Aubameyang. And now we're sitting here years later going, we still haven't replaced Aubameyang. And we've bought Jesus. And we've bought Havertz. And we gave Nketiah a new deal. So we have to get it right quickly. Get it right quickly. When Man City got rid of Aguero, they got Haaland. It worked. When they got rid of Leroy Sané, they got Mahrez. It worked. You know, that's the level that Arsenal need to operate at. Vincent Kompany goes, Ruben Diaz comes in. It works. That's where we need to be operating at, people. Yeah, we can't afford to go for these cut price, you know, sale sticker January bargains. We need real quality people. Don said, I'd rather have Havertz over Aubameyang. You're getting 3 minutes for that, Don. Honestly. You know, I'll accept a lot off you. You troll a lot. And, you know, I like your sense of humour. But Aubameyang slander will not be accepted in here. Not for Kai Havertz. That guy did front flips, wore Black Panther masks, drove gold Lamborghinis. Do you know what I mean? Scored against Tottenham. I just can't have that. I'm sorry. You know I'm still a bit of an Aubameyang fan when it comes to Arsenal. Front flips, gold Lamborghinis, Black Panther masks, Tottenham goals, 2 goals in the FA Cup final. No. Let's not compare that donkey to him. I'm sorry. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Go and enjoy Aubameyang's best goals at the club on YouTube. Anyway, Marmoush. 50 million will get him for you, I think. Ban that guy. He's always at it, man. Done on the Christmas run already. Hey, listen, do you know what I've realised over the years, people? Order it online. Just order it online. That's what I do now. You don't see me in that madness no more. When I was younger, I'd be out there, man, Christmas Eve, hunting down presents. Get out the way. Give me that. Now, online, bring it to the front door, next day delivery. Yeah, that looks good. Throw that in. No, I don't like that. Send that back. Online shopping, people. Online shopping. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving. I'm not leaving. DiCaprio settings. I'm not leaving. Bring it to the door. Christmas shopping, all that stuff, man. Don't get involved in the carnage. Get it done early. Get it to your front door. And leave the rest of the people to panic people. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Have you seen what Havertz does off the ball? I have. He runs around a lot. You know? We might as well put a Ninja Turtle up there. I'd rather have Donatello up front. He runs around. Leonardo. Who's your favourite Ninja Turtle? I think my favourite, I used to like Leonardo, the blue one, but I like Raphael as well. Red. Was Raphael the red one? Raphael the red. Who was your favourite Ninja Turtle? You know we can go off topic at any given moment, people. You just made me think about the Ninja Turtles. I think I had Leonardo was the blue one. He had the sword, didn't he? And what did Raphael have? The two? I can't remember. Yeah, Mbappe, actually. That was probably the best Ninja Turtle. Donatello, he's the orange one, right? No one picking the purple one. I forget the name of the purple one. Favorite? Yeah, okay. Everyone's saying Mbappe. All right, there we go. Yeah, Havertz attacks spacers. The daggers. Yeah, Michelangelo was the orange one, right? Anyway, I've gone way off topic. Gotanelli, I can't watch Kivior anymore. Play Gabriel. I hear you. Ikagang said, we don't want Rashford tired of Finnish scrubs. Rashford just needs to get a ghostwriter and just be a rapper. Just become a rapper, you know? Donatello is the purple one. There we go. I forgot his name. Michelangelo had the nunchucks. That's it. No, you're not blocked. You're there. You're very much there, PTM. Donatello was my fave, the purple nerd one. Yeah, he was never my favourite. African Giant, big up, bro. He said, feels good. Not look. Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, you know the last year or so, African Giant, like he's trolled a little bit, but he hasn't had no like real confidence with his trolling. He's a Chelsea fan, welcome member in the community. But you know now there's a different confidence in his comments, you know. He's got that Cole Palmer effect in his comments. Feels good not to get bantered this year, see. Winning in the league, winning in the stock market, sips coffee. We're just trying to get 40 points. Look at him. And you know what? It cracks me up the way Chelsea fans are acting. They're just saying, no, we're having nothing to do with the title race. Yeah, but you're second, only 4 points off. No, we can't win it. We're not interested. No. I like it. You're playing innocent, you know. It's like throwing something at the teacher in the classroom and then saying it wasn't you, you know. Shaggy settings, it wasn't me. And yeah, it wasn't me. You know what I mean? I respect it. Chelsea fans being humble, it don't suit you lot, man. Just say you think you're going to win the league. Just say it. Big up African Giant, though. Hope you're well, bro. Rick said it's all a risk that we need to take. We passed on Isak. He performed. We just need to go for the G's and the man that can finish. Me, personally, Duran. Ooh, Duran. Duran is a good player. I just think in January, you ain't going to get no favours from Emery. I think Duran might end up leaving Villa because I think he's not willing to sit on the bench and his agent's saying a lot as well. I think in the summer, Villa are going to have to make a decision over Duran or Watkins. With Watkins being 29, you know, do you go Duran, who's a lot younger? I like Duran. I just don't. They paid, I think they would want about 60, 70 million for him at least. But he's got that ruthless thing about him. You have to wonder how, you know, we got American owners and they brought us Matt Turner and Austin Trusty when there was players like Duran playing in the MLS. Makes no sense. Sums them up, really. Duran is a good player. He is a good player. But we'll see. Right, people. I hope you're wide awake because it's going to get difficult. And let me tell you, the pre-match one is brutal. So I hope open the window, do something to keep yourself awake because, boy, it's that time, people. Mickey Rouse, the boss. Coman music. He's back. Should I have told him when I met him that, yo, I call it... Nah, I couldn't. He wouldn't have understood it, would he? Mikael, I call you the Cone Man, but I mean it in a respectful way. I think he's too serious. I don't think it would have worked. It probably would have been my last press conference. Mikael, I call you the Cone Man, but I mean it from a place of respect and entertainment on the channel. What's your thoughts? No, I don't see it landing. I just don't see it landing. So we'll keep it private in the community. Cone Man music to the world and back. He knows he is the Cone Man, said Snake Eyes. The ultimate Cone Man. I mean it in a place of respect, though. But anyway, let's get into it, people. We might have to skip some of it. He's all smiles anyway. got a tattoo on his ring finger, yeah? Tats all on my arm. Ricky Rose, man, I'm telling you. Right, let's skip through anyway. Let's skip through. Merch. Gabriel Jesus, to be honest, mate, the way you shooting the other day, that's probably the best option. Advertise the new merch. Makes sense. No, you got to find a role for you somewhere. You know, when you're doing voluntary work, you're like, right, I've turned up to work. They're like, right, what job can we get you to do? Take the bins out, make 4 coffees, then go to the shop, get all of our lunches, and you can go home in the afternoon if you want. We're not paying you anyway. They're just like, Gabby, you know what, mate? After seeing that shooting, you know, get yourself in the club shop and just stand there, do the mannequin challenge. Yeah, the jacket's crazy, man, but 160, I think they're getting carried away. I'm not going to lie, man. I think the club, I know they've got to make money, man, but 160 for an Adidas jacket, it is nice, but I think they've gone too far. You're gone too far this time, Biggs. You're gone too far. Sharat said, during the Florida tour, I talked to James and Troops for Duran. He was playing for Chicago Fire, I guess, and everyone laughed at me. Bro, why don't you tell me? Tell me. I wouldn't have laughed. Might have laughed after you walked away, but I wouldn't have laughed right there. No, I'm joking. Anyway, let's get into this press conference. Get the waffle ready, people. Or get the syrup ready for the waffle. What did he have to say on whether Gabriel or Calafiori could be fit? There's a possibility one of them to be available. He trained today, and we will see. Hold on. Why is he saying one of them yet? There was quotes, though, from your boy Fabrizio. Why? Man's got us guessing. Man thinks we're playing like, so what's that thing called? Guess who? Remember when you're like, yo, have they got Brown here? Yeah. Oh, and you put them down. You know them Christmas games. Has he got glasses? No. Oh, yeah. Man's got us playing Guess Who. One of them. All right, bro. Which one of them? Which one of them trained and which one didn't? Oh, my days. Listening to 50 Cent and Kanye West and Big C. Wicked vibe. You know what? I was just listening to that 50 Cent and Cameron interview, man. Brilliant interview. Never thought I would see them two doing interviews after the Curtis diss track back in the day. But yeah, man. Right. He has said it's Calafiori who's not available anyway. I'm having to be cautious with Calafiori as he hasn't had a run of games. He said, we're just respecting the times. We're just respecting the... Dark Arts press conference. Don's back from 3 minutes. Put some respect on Obba's name, bro. Or it's 3 more. I'm having to be cautious. We're just respecting the times the medical department has set. We'll just monitor his evolution every day. He's a Pokemon again. That he's not fully ready yet because he's getting very close now. On if anyone else is ruled out. No, apart from the ones that were already out. I mean, it's like Tomiyasu doesn't even exist. I don't know if he'll play football for Arsenal ever again. And if Miles Lewis-Skelly deserves another start, he said he certainly deserves to be in contention to be selected because he performed and competed really well. At his age, to show maturity on the pitch is strange. And off the field is exactly the same. He is a person who continuously surprises all the staff with the kind of questions that he keeps asking us all. Probably like, yeah, Cone, man, when are you winning trophies? That surprises them. A lot of times that shows you the intelligence of the person, and Miles is a really bright boy. On how we felt seeing him flourish against Monaco. You always take a chance. Nobody can guarantee you a performance. Doesn't matter about the experience or the age. He was surrounded by senior experienced players. We believed it was the right context for him. He's asking all the right questions, people. All the right questions. Havertz fights for the team. Aubameyang used to pull out from headers because of his hair. Right, I'll see you in 3 minutes. That's your final warning, Don. I'm sorry, mate. You don't need to head the ball when you can score bicycle kicks and chip the keeper, and that'll do. He said Havertz fights for the team. Nah. See you in 3 minutes. On Rice, Odegaard and Marino. Midfield, he said there have been recently a lot of units. Certainly that was one we had planned and discussed. I think they can play well together. They did a really good job. They will play again for sure in the near future. I think they complement each other very well. Very interesting that, because we've always said, I think that's the midfield long term he wants to play. You know, Partey will probably be at right back. You know, or maybe he gets rid of Partey. Hey, 1.7 involved, only 300 likes. What's going on? Are we surrounded by Spurs fans today? Comments. Community. 300 likes. If you don't hit the like button in the next 5 seconds, you're a Spurs fan, all of you. I expect them likes to have at least trebled because I wouldn't want nothing to do with that club, I tell you. Anyway, there we go. There we go. I think he might play that tomorrow and play Partey at fullback. How they complement each other. They are intelligent and have football brains. They are free players that like to play for others especially. You have players that can hold the ball in tight spaces. They can run with the ball. Have you seen Marino run? I wouldn't call it running. They have threat in the box. You have creativity in tight spaces. You have a lot of things in the defensive pot as well. You have two players that are more holding midfielders. Martin is exceptional in his timings. He said and twice. I don't know if he's stuttering or whether the guy who writing is drinking with Trossard. Aggression in the high press, it's very good. On Nikola Jova having a mural outside the Emirates, he said, I'm so happy, he fully deserves it. The same as many other staff and coaches. It's great that the attention, it's not just on the players. Ah, dear. I mean, he's setting us up for set pieces. There shouldn't be any mural of him, mate. If them set pieces win us the title, paint him all over the streets. Until then, I'm not interested, bro. I'm not interested in him getting a mural. I love the fact they've asked him about Kev. Yes. Well done to whoever said this on how special Kevin Campbell was. He said, you can tell the way people talk and the tone of the face that they put on when they talk about him. The club has done really well again to make that day feel very special from all the people that had the chance to get to know him and recognise who he was, especially as a person. So it will be a special day. Yes. Ask them proper questions. And listen, fair play, Mikel. You know, I respect that. I don't know if Kev ever met him, you know. I'm not sure, actually. But big up. Decent question at last. Not if Jova deserves to be painted outside the stadium because he told us how to put corners in. On if Bukayo Saka's Champions League form is getting him more credit, he said, first of all, we have to be in the competition. We certainly are now, and players and everybody has to step up to that level. It's remarkable what he's doing consistently every 3 days in different competitions at this level. He's really good, and he will continue to do that. This next one, I'm sorry. And Flip Mode's blaming me. Flip Mode, want that Busta Rhymes crew. He said, Big C, you've just caused me to burn myself with hot tea, bro. Man said he's drinking with Trossard. I'm getting blamed now by the comments. It's information and entertainment. You know you should approach with caution. Don't hold anything too hot. Don't know nothing too sharp. Things can get crazy at any given moment. So my apologies. Take it easy. I'm not even going to read the answer, although I kind of want to because he mentioned Sean Dyche. But on his biggest value, Mikel learned from his time at Everton. I mean, I'm sorry, mate. I'm not really interested. I'm going to be honest. I'm not interested. You played in a team with Hibbert and, you know, them kind of players there. Who cares, mate? I want to know why Martinelli runs with his head down. Somebody ask him that. I want to know why Trossard looks like he hasn't slept for 3 months. Somebody ask him that. Somebody ask him why Tomiyasu wasn't injury prone. Now he's come to Arsenal. We never see him. Somebody ask him that. That's what I want to know. He said again, though, what Sean Dyche, the coaching staff, have done in recent years with all the instability around the club, hopefully they can try and be... Hey, listen, mate, let me tell you something, Mikel. Don't you tell me about instability. Yeah, I'll show you stability, mate, when I give you a right hook on that Lego head. Yeah, I never put the cones out for Pep, mate. I'm a real manager. We eat bricks, we eat wood, we eat concrete. If you want to have a fight, mate, come down the pub, 4 pints of diesel, I'll knock your head off. Calvert-Lewin late fitness test. He's chipped his tooth. Looks like he'll be out all season. If he was available, though, you'd be in trouble tomorrow, mate. You'd be in big trouble. Anyway, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. The Sean Dyche will never leave. I hope Everton don't get relegated, or if they do, I hope he gets a job somewhere in the Prem so I can continue with that. I'm going on a waffle detox, sick of them. Oh, bro, it's painful. It is painful. Should I just start skipping? On Everton having more time to prepare. I'm not even reading the answer. It's Everton. Come on. On if Saka is world class, he said, I don't know. Ooh, he never said yes. He never said yes. He said, I don't like putting labels on players. He's exceptional at what he does. He's doing it very consistently. Now we need to go to the next step with things. He never said it, people. He had the chance. He had the chance, people. Why don't he put a label on him? Why not? What's the harm? Maybe you don't think he is. He could have said it. Is Saka world class? Said, I don't know. Interesting. He could have said it, bigged him up. Maybe he's not sure. I think he should have said it. Listen, I don't know. Sometimes I think he is, sometimes I think he don't. He doesn't put labels on players, yet he called Eddie a beast, yeah. I thought he said, I love my players. I love my players. Curtis, you ask him in the press conference in the US. Bro, the questions, you have to be very careful. Havertz is working class. I don't even know if he's that good. Anyway, let's move on. On Campbell proving they're on Campbell prove. Oh, they're on about Kev again. Are you just calling him Campbell, bro? Put some respect on his name. But anyway, on Campbell proving there are more important things than football, he said, yes, for sure. The issue we all have normally is we don't recognise if something really difficult and impactful happens in our lives. We are surrounded now, unfortunately, with a lot of issues, a lot of families, relatives. Everybody's going through a lot of stuff that before wasn't common. So perspective is always good. Listen, let me tell you, Kev, his biggest attribute for me was his humility. He just never looked down on anyone. Like, that guy was Arsenal, hundreds of appearances in the Prem. That guy never asked for money to come on a show. In fact, he used to message me sometimes and say, yo, do you want me to come on tomorrow? He loved it. That guy's a legend in my eyes. So I'm sure tomorrow will be a great occasion for him, man. And I think both clubs will honour him. On how he keeps perspective on things, he said, understanding and being grateful for what we have daily. Where we are, first of all, being healthy is the most important. He said, I have 3 kids, a wife, a family. The only thing that I ask and pray for is for everybody to be healthy. Without that, we have nothing else. Then where we are, what we're brought to this world to do, and make sure we enjoy it, because there are going to be moments where, unfortunately, the world is going to crash and we're going to have to go through that. Damn. Press conference getting a bit somber. Kind of, damn. The Cone, man. Got some serious, Martin Luther Cone. Some somber words, man, you know what I mean? It's real talk, though. I respect it. Good words, Mikhail. Strong words. Martin Luther Cone. I have a dream. No, you're right, though. You know, say that to the team, then win the title. Don't do that and then draw to Fulham. I was going to say lose. No, he said, I'm back. You know what? That's the last comment that gets put up for you. You're completely out of order today, Don, honestly. But yeah, anyway, let me try and lift the spirits again, because, you know, you'll all leave the stream in tears if this carries on. On Everton struggles during the takeover, not interested. No disrespect to Everton, good club, but I ain't got time. On the importance of threats from both sides of the pitch, we certainly have that, but obviously it's never going to be the same, because look, man's saying asymmetrics in football. Carry on, mate. How important Marino could be on the left. He said that's something we've had a lot of instability in recent years. Finding that stability, those relationships, putting players that can connect with each other, all those chemistries. Damn, we're in a science lesson now. It's true that we've never had consistency, especially because of availability on the right and left. Still not sure about Marino. And if he ever shows Saka the output of other forwards for inspiration, he said, we always set targets. It's about understanding how we're going to reach those targets. If we have an idea to score 30 or 40 goals, it's about how we're going to do it. Carry on. On the dinner after last season's final day at home to Everton. Yeah, mate, he had chicken with extra rice and some yam and dumpling on the side. I mean, listen, mate, I'm not really interested. He said, yeah, it was mixed emotions, very sad, in the hope we could do it. Yeah, Mikhail, what dinner did you have after the Everton game last year? I think I had chicken, rice, and then apple crumble with custard afterwards. What's that got to do with anything? Oh, yeah, but I've just done 4 years, mate, in university to qualify as a fully fledged journalist. So I felt it was important to find out what you had for dinner. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'd want a Saeed chicken biryanis, mate. How about you? What did you have that night? I mean, do me a favour. What went wrong with the OG podcast? StreamYard was down. We had a short period of time. We were both doing stuff that afternoon, so we couldn't come back on. It fixed itself after about 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, what did you have for dinner, Mikel? Yeah, that'll solve it. And which players that mindset came from? I don't like to explain that. And if Saka could move into a more central position like Messi or Ronaldo did, I think that would depend on a lot of qualities, the players around him, blah, blah, blah. I mean, don't mention Messi or Ronaldo. Like, just, go easy. Just compare him to someone else at this stage. And if he leaves it up to Saka and Martinelli to determine their positioning, and again, I would edit the Martinelli part out of that question. I don't think he has any idea what position he's playing in. And if Martinelli can become a number 9 in the long term, yeah, I reckon he can. In the Brazilian 3rd division, I think he'll do well over there. No, I have said for a long time I think Martinelli could get thrown up front, but maybe for the under-19s. He's played there a few times. Gabby is so good when he's got the line on his back. Well, he's playing like he's laying on the floor at the moment anyway. So, yeah, he's facing forward and he's got the ball in the diagonal. I haven't thought too much about that, and he's so comfortable playing there, especially on the left. So, I think I see other evolutions more than this one. Do me a favour. This press conference is absolutely brutal. What have you had for dinner? Gabriel going diagonal. On a sporting direct situation, we have one. Jason Ato is our sporting director. He's got the full capacity. Yeah, never heard of him. Edu's helper. And if there's any progress appointing a sporting director, I'm sure there is progress. This is the question. On if January will be busy. I never expect January to be super busy. Oh, thanks a lot, Mikel. There you go. But we have to wait and see where we are. Some surprises can come, and we are prepared for that. Some opportunities as well, and we have to see. Hopefully, the squad availability is going to be better in a few weeks, so we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, cheers, mate. No Gyökeres, no Osimhen, no one else. Probably a loan player or a bargain from Chelsea. On the pathway now being clearer for academy players, it's what we want, it's clear. And when the sporting director position will be resolved, timing-wise, it's difficult. And if he'd like to see it settled soon, he said, yes, we are convinced we have to get the right position, end it, get it out of here. Brutal, painful, scandalous, being asked about his dinner. Whew, that is hard work. Honestly, that's like going on the treadmill for 45 minutes on the quickest speed. Like, that is brutal. I'm sorry to put you guys through that, to be honest. Sometimes I think, do I stop doing waffle settings? But it's so ingrained in the channel now, I feel like I can't. Neil said, hi, Big C, I will not be watching Sunday stream. I'll be on a flight to Dominica for Christmas. Big up, bro. Can you actually fly direct there now, or is it still fly to Antigua or Barbados, then Liat settings? Liat is basically a bus that flies in the sky. Them planes there, man, you feel a different person when you come off them planes, let me tell you. That press conference was brutal. Yeah, we'll probably sign Chilwell or Mudryk or someone from Chelsea. Oh, here we go. Is this another 3 minutes? I mean, listen, I love optimism. You know, yes, I'm hopeful. Yes, I am. I love optimism and hope, but I also require balance. I also need balance. Omar said, Curtis, you got to get serious with yourself. So he's fully like trying to, straight away, early in the conversation, he's letting me know, yo, fix up, brother. He said Saka is outpacing Ronaldo in the Prem. The numbers, he said numbers actually, but he meant to put numbers. The numbers don't lie, and he's broken in at left back. In 2 more seasons, it'll be one of the best ever in the league. We're going to need red stripe, crates of it. He's compared him to Ronaldo. And a large bottle of Ray and Nephews. You going to tell him or should... You or me? Who's telling him? Omar? I'll see you in 3 minutes. And then we can pick up the conversation. But for now, just take 3 minutes. And listen, Saka's our boy, so we're going to defend him. But, you know, if you're going to call me out like that, at least make it a serious comment after it. Maybe type CR7 in at Man United when he won the Ballon d'Or that year. But, yeah. 2 more years, one of the best ever. Damn, fam. Anyway, yeah, I think he's at Trossard's birthday party. They're still drinking. Anyway. Simbins galore. I don't know what's happening now. I think you lot do it on purpose now, just so I do it. Anyway. Reece Nelson. Mash up. Typical, innit? Gets a little run of form. You're thinking, yes, Fulham will sign him on a permanent. Reece Nelson will be out for 10 weeks due to a hamstring injury suffered in Fulham's win over Brighton. He's now expected to return in mid-February. He was starting to have a decent run, but 10 weeks for Reece. Every time a player gets loaned out from Arsenal, you just think they're going to end up back at Arsenal somehow. I'm actually going to do a loan watch video this weekend. I'll probably drop it on Sunday. And I'm going to look into what the guys are doing on loan. Fabio Vieira, Nelson, Tavares, Lokonga. See how these guys are getting on. But yeah, 10 weeks for him. We don't want him back at the Emirates. No disrespect. You want him to do well and get a move. You know, I think it's that point. But you can't sell him if they're not playing. Yeah, Tavares doing really well. He's actually got an obligation anyway. So it's typical. The one that's definitely going is probably playing even better than what we agreed the price for. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Let's have a look at the Premier League table before we round up, people. They're all big weekends, let's be honest, especially when you're trying to fight back, which we're trying to do at the moment. We're third in the league. We're 6 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool have obviously got that game in hand, the Everton game that got called off last week due to the weather. I was just looking. I mean, Liverpool have got Fulham at home. Fulham are a tricky team, as we found out, but at Anfield, I'm not holding my breath. I think Liverpool will beat them, but obviously we're hoping Smith Rowe and them guys can do something. But Joseph Unruly said, I'm still not over Fulham. Neither am I. That was brutal. Beer said it's lonely at the top. Fair play. Top of the Champions League group and top of the Prem. Man City play Man United, but we need to look ahead, not behind. Chelsea play Brentford, West London Derby at Stamford Bridge. I'm not that hopeful there either, to be honest. So it's imperative that we win. I think we'll beat Everton. I think we'll beat them quite comfortably as well. Just looking at Everton, I mean, they are 15th. They're 5 points clear of relegation. 3 wins out of 14. 5 draws, 60 defeats. Second lowest scorers in the league. Their defence isn't too bad, but we should be battering them. I know they're going to turn up and low block. The first goal might be difficult to find. If we score early, I think we can really punish them. I'm going for a 3-0 win. I think we'll have too much for them. No, listen, Chelsea are doing well. You can't hate. 35 goals, top scorers in the league. You know? They're doing well. This title race it's there, man. It's wide open. I mean, even if Liverpool win their game in hand, they'll go 38. They'll be 7 clear of Chelsea. So they're close. As Akil said, this has to be the best YouTube channel. Big C is so funny. Big up. I agree. Big up your damn self, Ezekiel. And Sebastian said, Big C, I just like the ting. Thanks, you kept me going whilst fading my hair. There you go. Whatever's necessary. Just put it on in the background and listen. Billy's put this in about 20 times, so let me acknowledge him. Big C, who is Ricky Martin? Ricky Bobby. Well, Ricky Bobby's old school singer, isn't he? And Ricky Martin is basically the guy who plays left wing for Arsenal, the pop singer. So there you go. Can I do shorts for it? Well, do you know what? I've got to start doing more YouTube shorts. Listen, if anybody at the moment, listen, I tell you this all the time. I'm running this me one people. No editor, no thumbnails, no nothing. If anyone in the community has an exceptional skill, you're an amazing editor. Obviously, I had somebody that was helping me with the TikToks, and he was very good. But unfortunately, my TikTok got deleted for copyright. I was reacting to my own goal. No, I was reacting to the goals, but I was doing a split screen, me at the top, the goal at the bottom. They let me off for ages, but then once I started getting massive views, they clipped me up. Yet other people are using my reaction and getting hundreds of thousands of views, but when I do it, they copyright me. Karos, listen, I know you're a good editor as well. If you're ready to get to work, anybody, drop me an email. CurtisShawTV@hotmail.com. If somebody wants to come in and edit, and you can do YouTube shorts, you can do TikToks. You know, I've still got that clips channel sitting there doing nothing, and I want to restart TikTok. If someone wants to get to work, Keros or anyone else, drop me an email. Let's get going. You know, I'm not doing enough with the short content. So drop me an email. Yeah, Keros, I'm expecting an email from you, right? Still, yeah, Hotmail. Still on Hotmail and still don't have a dishwasher, people. So yeah, I'm old school, man. I'm old school. But yeah, man, let's get to work. The short content, I'm definitely not doing enough with it. And merch as well. Yeah, merch. I mean, I was trying to design some stuff, but it didn't get. Do you have a kettle? Bro, I know. I sound like I'm moving mad, innit? You know what I mean? I do sound like I can do music. Yeah, hit me up. People hit me up. I always say anything that happens, I want it to come from within the community. You know? I want it to come from within. So hit me up, email. Let's get to work, people. Yeah, 2025 in 2-3 weeks. Listen, people, I'm out of here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I can help put the cones down. Don't worry, Mikel does that, mate. Mikel does that. Arsenal v Everton tomorrow, 3 p.m. kickoff. Should be 3-point collecting. I'm going for a 3-0 win. Wayne said, I love this community and I'm a red. Listen, everyone's welcome, man. Everyone's welcome. Bless up to the community. Enjoy your Friday. Take care. Hit the like button and subscribe on the way out. And I will see you all tomorrow, people. Bless.